He dared not leave the girl for too long in case she fainted in there. When he had made sure the gasping centurion was propped up on his pillows and had instructed the orderlies to check him every hour, he made his way back down the corridor to the bathhouse. His announcement of, "It's the doctor," echoed through the rooms. The only response was the flicker of the lamps in the draught from the door. He found her perched on the side of the warm bath, wrapped in a towel, skinny legs dangling, matted wet hair dripping down her face. "Enjoy that?" he asked, more out of habit than in any hope of an answer. He stood in front of her and frowned at the rough surface of the tangled hair. "Time we sorted this out," he announced. "Can't have you harbouring lice." The girl's eyes met his. She showed no sign of understanding. He reached behind him for the shears he had tucked into his belt. They were usually used for cutting clothes off accident victims, but they were fairly small and sharp, and he knew he had a steady hand. He lifted one side of the mat away from her ear. "Keep still." "No!" The shriek echoed around the empty blue walls. Ruso paused with the shears in mid-air. In his surprise he'd let go of the hair. The girl was bent double, her good arm shielding the back of her head. The sound of the scream died away. The girl began to rock backward and forward, making a soft, moaning sound. "I'm not going to hurt you," Ruso insisted, hoping that no one had heard the scream and wishing he had left this for another day. "I'm cutting the tangles out, so you can tidy it up and let it grow back." The rocking continued. The moaning formed itself into, "No, no, no." The sniff that followed led Ruso to suspect that she was crying. "Oh, for goodness sake." He tucked the shears back into his belt. He was never sure how to deal with crying women, who roused within him an uncomfortable mixture of guilt and exasperation. The "no, no" had finally died into silence by the time it dawned on him that she might have overheard and understood something about the state of the girl dumped in the river. "Nobody here is going to hurt you," he repeated, "but you can't leave your hair in that mess. What do you want to do about it?" The girl sat up. She gave another loud sniff and rubbed her eyes with the back of her hand. Then she squared her shoulders and looked him in the face. In a voice lower and hoarser than he had expected, she said, "I want to die."